Tonight, friend, feel the urgent pulse of the world begin to soften, to slow its relentless rhythm. Those relentless worries, those anxieties that grip your very core, tightening your chest and clouding your thoughts, they do not belong in this sacred space we are about to enter. Not here, not now. This is more than a simple prayer. It is a profound invitation, an ancient truth resonating through the clamor of our modern nights. If you are yearning to set down the heavy burden you carry, if you are truly ready to draw a deep, unburdened breath for the first time in what feels like ages, then stay with me. This moment is for you. You know that feeling, don't you? That churning beneath the surface, that whisper of inadequacy, the cold grip of what-ifs that steal your quiet hours. It's the exhaustion that seeps into your bones, not from physical labor, but from the constant battle waged within your own mind. It's the way your shoulders seem permanently hunched, carrying unseen weights, the slight tremor in your hands that betrays the storm raging inside. We've all felt it, that desperate desire for the noise to simply cease, for a moment of genuine, unfiltered peace that isn't fleeting. We've wished for a quiet harbor when the storms of life just refuse to calm. And often we feel utterly alone in that silent struggle, convinced that our particular brand of worry is unique, insurmountable, but it isn't. The longing for tranquility is a universal human cry. Perhaps you've tried everything. The endless scrolling, the late-night distractions, the forced smiles, the desperate attempts to outrun the very thoughts that chase you into the dark. But true release rarely comes from distraction, does it? It demands a different kind of engagement, a conscious decision to confront the unrest, not with battle, but with surrender. Tonight, we offer that path of surrender. This is a deliberate pause, a sacred rebellion against the tyranny of anxiety that tries to claim your night, that tries to dictate your peace. This is an intentional step into a different kind of reality, one where grace precedes your readiness and calm awaits your invitation. This isn't another promise of quick fixes or superficial comfort. This is an invitation to dive deep, to touch something ancient and enduring that has soothed countless souls across generations. We are about to tap into a wellspring of peace found in words that transcend time, words whispered from a heart that knew both deep despair and profound hope. These are not merely phrases to be recited. They are keys to unlocking a deeper state of being, a sanctuary within you that perhaps you've forgotten exists. It's about more than just listening. It's about absorbing, allowing these sacred assurances to settle into the very fabric of your being, transforming the landscape of your mind as you prepare for rest. So I ask you with genuine care, are you truly ready to disconnect from the frantic hum of expectation, from the relentless urge to do and be more? Are you prepared to just be? To allow yourself the radical grace of stillness? To let the frantic waves within your spirit slowly, gently recede until the surface of your soul reflects nothing but the tranquil, comforting moonlight? This journey is not for the faint of heart, for it demands vulnerability, an openness to receive what you so desperately need. But the reward, my friend, is a peace that lingers, a calm that cradles you, guiding you into a night of profound, restorative sleep. Take that breath now, a deep, slow intake, and know you are exactly where you need to be. Welcome, dear friend, as the day now gracefully surrenders its dominion to the quiet, all-encompassing embrace of night. Feel that subtle shift in the air, the natural pause in the world's ceaseless activity. In this deepening twilight, we are not just observing the ending of another day. We are consciously creating a sacred space together, right here, right now, within the confines of this moment. This isn't just about dimming the lights or finding a comfortable chair. It is an intentional act of declaration, a profound statement that for this time, this precious segment of your evening, you are carving out a sanctuary, a true haven for your soul. It is a place where the exhaustion that has settled deep into your bones, the weariness that gnaws at your spirit, begins its miraculous transformation into a quiet, hopeful expectation. Here, in this deliberate stillness, the anxiety that has clung to you throughout the hours of daylight, that persistent hum of worry in the background of your consciousness, can finally, truly begin to dissolve, yielding to an enveloping, reassuring certainty. Think of it as preparing a quiet room within your own heart, sweeping away the dust of distractions, clearing the clutter of endless to-do lists and unanswered questions. Imagine drawing the curtains against the external clamor, silencing the insistent demands of the world, and lighting a single steady flame of inner peace. This space is not distant or abstract. It resides within you, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting for your permission to emerge. It's a place of profound rest, of gentle healing, a refuge from the storms that rage outside and, often, within. Are you willing to grant yourself this profound kindness? Are you ready to step into this inner sanctuary, however tentatively at first? We are about to embark on a journey through words that have stood as a beacon of comfort and strength for countless generations. These are not merely ancient verses. They are living words imbued with a timeless power to soothe, to reassure, and to re-anchor your spirit in an unwavering, foundational peace. Consider this an act of spiritual preparation, much like setting the table for a cherished guest. We are preparing your heart, your mind, your very being, to receive a gift of profound tranquility. It is a gift that promises not to eradicate life's challenges entirely, but to equip you with an inner steadfastness, a quiet confidence that transcends circumstance. This moment is an invitation to unburden yourself, to consciously release the invisible straps of the heavy backpack you've carried all day, perhaps all week, all month. The weight of responsibilities, the pangs of regret, the gnawing fears about tomorrow. Place them down, if only for this sacred interlude. You do not need to analyze them, solve them, or even understand them right now. Simply acknowledge their presence and then, with intention, lay them at the threshold of this sanctuary. Feel the subtle shift as the pressure lessens, as a deep, calming breath becomes just a little bit easier to take. This act of relinquishing is not a sign of weakness, but of immense strength, a recognition of your human need for pause and replenishment. As we open ourselves to these words, consider what it means to truly listen, not just with your ears, but with the deepest parts of your soul. Allow the rhythm of the language, the profound imagery, and the gentle pastoral metaphors to permeate your being. These aren't intellectual exercises. They are invitations to a direct, felt experience of peace. They are designed to speak to that part of you that yearns for safety, for belonging, for an undeniable sense of being cared for. Perhaps you've forgotten what that feels like. Perhaps you've convinced yourself you must always be strong, always self-sufficient. But tonight, in this space, you are invited to simply receive, to be held, to be guided, to be reminded of a deep, abiding love that requires nothing from you but your presence. So, I invite you now, dear friend, to truly settle in. If you feel comfortable, gently close your eyes, allowing your external gaze to soften, turning your attention inward. Take a deep, slow breath, letting it fill your lungs completely, and then release it just as slowly, feeling any remaining tension begin to melt away. This is your moment. This is your sacred space. It is a moment of profound communion, a quiet conversation with the source of all peace. Let's begin this journey together, allowing the timeless wisdom of Psalm 23 to re-anchor your spirit in an unwavering peace, guiding you home to rest. Now, dear friend, having stepped into the sacred quiet, let us begin to unravel the tapestry of peace woven by ancient hands. The very first thread, the foundational truth, whispers to us, "The Lord is my shepherd." Pause with that phrase for a moment. Do not rush past it. What does it truly mean, deep in the quiet recesses of your anxious heart, to declare, "The Lord is my shepherd"? It implies a relationship, does it not? A profound, intimate connection where you are not alone, not abandoned, not forgotten. It's a declaration that you are not merely adrift in a vast, indifferent universe, nor are you solely responsible for navigating every treacherous turn of your path. No, here we find a gentle, yet powerful, hand at the helm. Think of the shepherd in all their wisdom and care. They know their flock intimately, each sheep by name, by temperament, by need. They know the dangers of the wilderness, the hidden pitfalls, the nourishing pastures, the refreshing springs. They do not drive their flock relentlessly, they lead, they guide, they protect, they provide. This is the essence of the relationship being offered to you. It speaks of a steadfast presence, a watchful eye, a nurturing heart that is constantly attuned to your deepest welfare. When anxiety clouds your judgment, when fear paralyzes your decisions, when the path ahead seems utterly swallowed by shadows, to have a shepherd means you are not left to stumble alone. It means there is always a way, always a provision, always a watchful, loving presence orchestrating your steps. Can you feel the faint stir of relief that arises from such a thought? The quiet surrender that comes from knowing you are seen, known, and cared for, not just generally, but personally, profoundly, meticulously. And flowing directly from this incredible truth like a calm river from a crystal spring comes the profound declaration that banishes all scarcity. I shall not want. Consider the immense weight of those 3 words. I shall not want. How often does anxiety manifest as a sense of lack? A lack of control, a lack of security, a lack of peace, a lack of knowing what tomorrow holds, a lack of enoughness within yourself. We chase after more, strive for perfection, hoard against future unknowns, all because we feel a fundamental want, an inner emptiness that seems impossible to fill. But here the psalmist proclaims a radical sufficiency. It is not an absence of desire. It is an assurance of provision so complete that true want ceases to exist. It's an inner contentment that doesn't depend on outward circumstances, but on the unwavering presence of the shepherd. This means that every single need of your being, not just the material but the spiritual, the emotional, the profound yearning for rest, for acceptance, for belonging, is met. It means the gnawing hunger for peace is satisfied. The thirst for understanding is quenched. The desperate need for safety in a chaotic world is addressed. It's a promise that in the shepherd's care there is always enough. Enough grace to cover your mistakes. Enough strength to carry your burdens. Enough wisdom to illuminate your path. Enough love to fill every empty corner of your heart. When you truly grasp this, when you allow the immense truth of I shall not want to permeate your spirit, what happens to those anxieties that have held you captive? They begin to loosen their grip, do they not? They start to dissipate because the very foundation of their power, the illusion of lack, has been shattered by an ancient, unwavering promise. Feel the release in that declaration. Let it be the first whisper of true, deep peace against the anxiety that has clung to your soul. Let it settle, a gentle balm, bringing comfort. And now, as we gently move forward on this path of profound assurance, we arrive at an image so central to peace, so vital for the anxious heart. The shepherd, who has declared his steadfast presence and your complete provision, now takes an even more intimate step. We hear the words, "He makes me lie down in green pastures." Consider this, dear friend. He makes you lie down. This isn't a suggestion, nor is it a forceful command that demands unwilling submission. No, it is a divine, loving compulsion, an irresistible invitation from a caring heart to a weary soul. How often do we, in our anxiety, resist rest? We believe we must keep moving, keep striving, keep worrying, as if our ceaseless activity will somehow outwit the problems that pursue us. We tell ourselves there's always one more thing to do, one more worry to churn over, one more scenario to meticulously plan for. But the shepherd understands something we often forget. True strength, true clarity, true peace begins with rest. He makes you lie down, not just anywhere, but in green pastures. Visualize this place, my friend. See the verdant expanse stretching before you, soft and lush beneath your tired frame. Feel the gentle texture of the blades of grass, cool and comforting against your skin. This isn't a barren, desolate place of struggle. It is a place of profound nourishment, a space of overflowing abundance. It is where you can let go, truly let go, knowing that every single fiber of your being will be replenished. These green pastures represent not just physical sustenance, but spiritual and emotional renewal. It speaks of a safe environment where threats are held at bay, where provision is guaranteed, where the very act of resting is an act of receiving grace. Can you imagine releasing the need to be constantly on guard, to perpetually analyze threats, and instead, simply sinking into this lush, restorative safety? It is here, in this divinely appointed rest, that your soul can begin to mend, away from the relentless demands of the world. And from this place of tranquil nourishment, the journey continues, yet with the same gentle pace. He leads me beside quiet waters. Think of the contrast. Not the rushing, roaring torrents of worry, not the turbulent, chaotic waves of fear that threaten to engulf you. No, these are quiet waters. Waters that reflect the serene sky. Waters that murmur a soothing lullaby. Waters that offer refreshment without disruption. How often does your anxiety feel like being caught in a swirling eddy or tossed about by a relentless current? Your thoughts race, your heart pounds, and a pervasive sense of instability consumes you. But the shepherd leads you away from that turmoil, guiding your steps deliberately to the banks of stillness. He knows exactly where the healing waters lie, the places where your spirit can drink deeply and find genuine calm. This leading is not about driving you forward with an iron rod, but about tenderly guiding you, step by gentle step, towards that profound quietude. It speaks of a wisdom that understands your need for peace, a patience that waits for you to catch your breath, and a presence that walks alongside you, ensuring your safety. To be led beside quiet waters is to be invited into a state of internal peace, regardless of the storms brewing outside. It means finding that inner reservoir of calm that anxiety tries so desperately to obscure. It is here that the shepherd cleanses the dust from your weary journey, refreshes your parched spirit, and helps you rediscover the tranquil rhythm of your own being. It's a profound act of care, a testament to his understanding of our fragile, human need for serenity. So, dear friend, let this verse wash over you like those quiet waters. Allow the image of lying down in green pastures, unburdened and safe, to settle deep within your mind. Imagine being led, not by your own frantic efforts, but by a loving shepherd, to a place of perfect stillness. This isn't just poetry. It is a profound truth intended for your deepest healing. It is an active invitation to surrender your relentless striving, to release the grip of anxiety, and to trust that you are being cradled, nourished, and guided into a peace beyond understanding. Drink from these quiet waters, rest in these green pastures, and feel the first stirrings of your soul's restoration begin. Having found solace in the green pastures and refreshment by the quiet waters, the journey of your soul towards peace deepens even further, guided by the tender hand of the shepherd. Now, we confront perhaps the most profound need of the anxious spirit, a truth so vital that it echoes through the very core of our being. He restores my soul. Think about that, my friend. To restore. What does it mean for something to be restored? It means it was once whole, perhaps even vibrant, but has since become worn, tattered, perhaps even fragmented by the relentless pressures of life. Anxiety, in its insidious way, does precisely that to our soul. It saps our energy, dulls our joy, erodes our sense of self, and leaves us feeling diminished, depleted, and utterly exhausted. It's like a constant leak, slowly draining the very essence of who we are, leaving us feeling hollowed out and less than whole. Perhaps you feel it right now. That pervasive weariness, the sense that your inner light has dimmed, that the vibrant person you once were is overshadowed by a persistent shadow of worry. The constant cycle of overthinking, the relentless self-criticism, the fear of what might come next. These are not just thoughts. They are active forces that diminish the vitality of your soul. But here, the promise rings with resounding hope. He restores my soul. This isn't just about patching up a few cracks, it's about a complete reinvigoration, a profound renewal from the inside out. It's the gentle mending of what has been torn, the loving replenishment of what has been drained, the quiet relighting of that flame that anxiety has tried so desperately to extinguish. It means being made whole again, not just surviving, but truly thriving in the deepest parts of your being. Can you allow that image, that profound possibility, to settle into your spirit? to feel the hope of being made new right now. This restoration is not something you must earn or strive for. It is a gracious act of the shepherd, a natural outflow of his care. When he leads you to lie down in green pastures and beside quiet waters, it is precisely for this purpose, for your soul to find its way back to health, to its original design. It's in those moments of deliberate rest, of letting go, that the deep work of spiritual healing can truly begin. He breathes life back into those weary places, infuses courage into those fragile corners, and rebuilds the inner resilience that anxiety has sought to dismantle. Imagine your soul, once bruised and battered, now being carefully, tenderly lifted and healed by a hand that knows exactly what you need. It is a deeply personal, deeply intimate work of grace that brings profound comfort and strength. And as your soul is restored, as you begin to reclaim that inner wholeness, another vital aspect of his care emerges. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. For the anxious mind, one of the greatest burdens is the agonizing uncertainty of direction. Which way should I go? What decision should I make? Am I doing the right thing? The fear of making a wrong turn, of taking a misstep that leads to further trouble or regret, can be paralyzing. We often feel lost without a compass, navigating through a fog of doubt and conflicting advice. But the shepherd offers clarity and certainty. He guides us in paths of righteousness. This isn't just about moral uprightness in a strict, judgmental sense. It is about guiding you onto paths that are right for you, paths that lead to well-being, to peace, to genuine flourishing. These are the ways that align with your deepest purpose, the choices that bring you closer to wholeness, not further into fragmentation. And the assurance that this guidance is, for his name's sake, adds another layer of profound comfort. It means the shepherd's reputation, his very character, is invested in leading you well. He will not lead you astray. He will not abandon you. His love for you, his commitment to your flourishing, is so complete that his own honor is tied to your journey. This builds an unwavering trust, a deep confidence that even when you cannot see the next step, even when the fog of anxiety momentarily descends, the one who guides you is utterly trustworthy. He knows the way, and he leads with unwavering intention towards your ultimate good. This means you don't have to carry the burden of figuring it all out alone. You don't have to wrestle with every single decision in agonizing isolation. You have a guide, a wise and loving shepherd, whose very essence is to lead you safely and purposefully. Let the weight of that responsibility fall from your shoulders. Let the relief of having such a guide wash over you. So, dear friend, lean into these truths tonight. Feel the gentle, persistent work of restoration happening within your soul, mending what has been broken, replenishing what has been emptied. And then, lift your gaze to the path ahead, knowing that you are not walking it alone. A loving shepherd is guiding you, step by purposeful step, into paths that lead to your highest good for his name's sake. Allow this profound certainty to quiet your restless mind and anchor your heart in an immovable peace. Having embraced the restoration of your soul and the assurance of wise guidance, we now turn to a verse that speaks to the deepest, most primal fear within us all. It acknowledges the inescapable reality of suffering, yet it offers a profound, defiant peace right in its midst. Listen closely, dear friend, to these powerful words. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. What strikes you first about this statement? It doesn't promise that you will avoid the valley, does it? It doesn't suggest that life will always be bathed in sunshine and tranquility. No, it speaks of walking through it. It speaks of the very real, often terrifying experience of navigating profound darkness, of facing circumstances that feel utterly overwhelming, that threaten to engulf your light. Think of those times in your own life when you felt you were in such a valley. Perhaps it was a period of intense grief, a devastating loss that left you utterly disoriented. Perhaps it was a season of deep uncertainty, a health crisis, a financial collapse, or a relational rupture that cast a long, cold shadow over your days and nights. For the anxious heart, these valleys are not just metaphorical, They are visceral realities that strip away comfort and leave us feeling exposed, vulnerable, and utterly alone. The shadows seem to stretch endlessly, the air grows heavy with dread, and every step feels like a precarious journey into the unknown. It is in these moments that fear grips us most tightly, whispering lies of abandonment and despair. It tells us we are insignificant, that our pain is too great, that there is no way out. But this verse, this ancient, unwavering promise, cuts through that darkness with a blazing truth. It does not deny the valley, but it absolutely defies the fear. I will fear no evil. Why? What is the secret to such radical courage in the face of such profound darkness? The answer is simple yet revolutionary, and it changes everything. For you are with me. This is the pivotal truth, the unshakable anchor in the storm. It's not about the absence of danger, it's about the presence of a steadfast companion. It's about knowing, deep in your bones, that you are not walking this terrifying path alone. The shepherd is not watching from a safe distance, nor is he waiting for you at the other side. He is with you, shoulder to shoulder, step by painful step, through the very heart of the darkest valley. Consider the implications of this companionship. When fear whispers of isolation, his presence shouts connection. When anxiety tells you that you are helpless, his presence reminds you of an unwavering strength. You are not left to your own meager resources to battle the specters of the night. His light illuminates the path, not by dispelling all shadows at once, but by making each next step clear. His hand is there to steady you when your footing falters. His voice, gentle yet firm, cuts through the cacophony of your anxious thoughts, reminding you of his enduring care. This is not passive observation. This is active, intimate involvement in your deepest struggles. It is the assurance that no matter how deep the darkness, no matter how profound the fear, you are eternally held, eternally guided, eternally cherished. And then, to further solidify this profound comfort, the psalmist speaks of the very tools of the shepherd. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. For those unfamiliar with the shepherd's life, these might sound like instruments of correction or even punishment. But for the sheep, they are symbols of utmost care and protection. The rod was used for protection, to ward off predators, to defend the flock from harm. It was also used to count the sheep, ensuring none were lost. The staff, with its curved end, was for guidance, to gently pull a straying lamb back to the path, to support a struggling one, to draw a sheep closer to the shepherd's side. Do you see the comfort in this? The rod assures you that you are guarded, that even in the face of overwhelming evil, there is a protector who stands between you and harm. You are not defenseless. The staff reminds you that when you stumble, when you stray, when you feel utterly lost, there is a gentle hand reaching out, not to condemn but to restore, to guide you back, to lift you up. It speaks of a sovereign authority that is always for your good, always working to keep you safe and on the right path. These are not symbols of judgment. They are instruments of love, of care, of unwavering commitment to your well-being. They provide a sense of security that transcends your own strength, a profound reassurance that you are safe in the hands of the one who knows you best and loves you most. So, when the shadows lengthen tonight, and anxiety tries to pull you back into that familiar valley of dread, remember this truth. You are not alone. The shepherd is there, actively present, protecting you with his rod, guiding you with his staff. Allow yourself to lean into that divine companionship. Let the knowledge of his protective presence be the comfort that calms your restless heart. You can walk through any valley, not because the valley disappears, but because the shepherd walks with you, and in his presence, fear loses its power. Now, dear friend, having understood that the shepherd walks with you through the darkest valleys, protecting and guiding you, we arrive at a verse of truly radical peace, a declaration that seems to defy all logic in the face of adversity. Listen to this profound promise and let it begin to reshape your understanding of peace. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Pause there. This image is not of escape, nor is it of hiding. It is an image of triumphant, serene celebration, held directly in the face of everything that seeks to unsettle or harm you. Think for a moment about what this truly means for the anxious heart. Anxiety thrives on perceived threats, on the constant awareness of potential dangers, on the feeling that you are always on guard, always vulnerable. It whispers that you must constantly look over your shoulder, that peace is only possible when all adversaries are gone, when every threat has vanished. But this verse challenges that narrative entirely. It doesn't say the enemies disappear. It explicitly states they are still present, standing nearby, perhaps watching. Yet despite their proximity, a table is prepared, and not just any table, but a feast, a place of honor, of abundance, of joy. This is a powerful, almost audacious act of grace. It's a profound statement of divine authority, demonstrating that the shepherd's provision and protection are so absolute, so complete, that even in the very sight of those things that bring you distress, you can experience profound peace and abundance. What are your enemies in this context, my friend? Perhaps they are not external foes, but the relentless internal critics, the nagging doubts, the fear of failure, the specter of past regrets. Perhaps it's the constant pressure to perform, the fear of judgment, the perceived inadequacy that looms over your accomplishments. Anxiety itself can be an enemy, a tormentor that stalks your peace. But here, the shepherd sets a table laden with sustenance, with comfort, with joy, specifically for you. And he invites you to sit, to partake, to rest, even while these enemies are forced to witness your peace. Can you imagine the defiance in that act? The sheer, unshakable confidence that allows you to feast on grace while the very things that try to steal your joy are rendered powerless to disrupt it? This is not just survival. This is thriving, openly, visibly, in the heart of your struggle. This is a profound affirmation of your worth, a declaration that your value and your peace are not contingent upon the absence of difficulty, but on the presence of the shepherd. And as you sit at this divinely prepared table, an even more intimate act of affirmation takes place. You anoint my head with oil. In ancient times, anointing with oil was a sign of honor, of blessing, of consecration. It was a gesture of welcome to a guest, a soothing balm for weary travelers, and even a practical defense against insects. For the anxious soul, what does this anointing signify? It is a moment of profound recognition, a sacred touch that singles you out as cherished, as valued, as set apart. When anxiety tells you that you are insignificant, overlooked, or simply not good enough, this anointing reminds you that you are esteemed, blessed, and worthy of such tender, personal care. Imagine the coolness of the oil, gently poured upon your head, fragrant and comforting. It's a sensory experience of being blessed, of having your head held high, not in arrogance, but in quiet dignity. It's a physical manifestation of divine affirmation, washing away the dust of self-doubt and the lingering sting of criticism. It's a healing balm for the weary mind, a sacred ritual that declares your inherent worth not based on your achievements or your freedom from anxiety, but simply because you are loved and cared for by the shepherd. This act elevates you, it soothes you, and it signifies a divine favor that permeates your entire being, renewing your spirit and calming your troubled thoughts. And then, flowing from this place of honor and anointing comes the ultimate symbol of overflowing grace. My cup overflows. What a contrast to the feeling of emptiness or scarcity that anxiety so often creates. When you are anxious, you might feel as though your resources are constantly dwindling, that you are running on fumes, that there will never be enough energy, enough strength, enough hope to meet the demands of life. But here, the image is one of boundless abundance. Your cup is not merely full, it is overflowing. It is a visual testament to a generosity so vast that it spills over the edges, touching everything around you. This overflowing cup signifies not just sufficiency, but superabundance. It means that the grace, the peace, the love, the provision you receive is more than enough for your own needs. It actually extends beyond you. It speaks of a life rich in blessings, a spirit so saturated with divine goodness that it cannot be contained. It counters every lie of lack, every fear of insufficiency that anxiety tries to implant in your mind. You are not depleted. You are perpetually replenished. You are not running on empty. You are filled to overflowing. This profound declaration reminds you that you are not just scraping by. You are living in the generous overflow of a loving shepherd's care. It's a powerful antidote to the fear of scarcity, a profound truth that assures you of limitless support and endless love. Let this image of your overflowing cup fill your heart with gratitude and quiet confidence, knowing that you are truly blessed beyond measure, even in the midst of any challenges you may face.